Hi there, geometry. Today we are on our last lesson of Unit 1. We are talking about perimeter and area. And of course, that's the learning target for the day. I can find perimeter and area of composite figures. So we're going to work our way up to that. We're going to start a little bit slower just to make sure we refresh our memories on some things from middle school. All right, so when we talk about perimeter, we're talking about the distance around the shape. The outside. All right, let's throw that pen away. Of a shape. Okay, so one thing you could think about would be like a fence around a yard. All right, so you measure all the way around, or you're going walking around, okay? And the formula for that is we just add all the sides. And we have to remember to add them all. All right, that's the biggest problem when you start getting into composite shapes, when they're going all at their sides and it's a weird shape, we forget them, okay? And when we talk about the units, just regular inches, feet, centimeters, etc., okay? What's different area is how much space that takes, shape takes up. And so I think of that as if you're going to paint the wall or plant grass, okay? Okay, so if you're thinking about a yard, if we put a fence around the yard, that's the perimeter. If we need to plant grass in the yard and cover the entire yard, that is going to be the area. All right, we're going to be using mostly rectangles today, so the rectangle area formula. Area is length times width. You may also see that written as base times height, okay? And that basically means the same thing. You're going to take one side and multiply it times the other side. Now, I think it's next semester or later this semester that we're going to get into other shapes, but today we're going to focus mostly on things that are dealing with rectangles and just remember some basics. Okay, so here's example 1. Perimeter and area of a rectangle. Find the perimeter and area of a rectangle with a base of 10 inches and a height of 24 inches. Okay, so the first thing we always want to do is draw a picture. Okay, and on your homework today, you're going to be sketching pictures. Okay, base of 10 inches, height of 24 inches. All right, I drew this kind of funny, so really this is the 10 and this is the 24. You could label it either way. It doesn't really matter which side is on the bottom because you're going to take one times the other. Okay. So perimeter, I would recommend you label all the sides instead of just 2. So let's put the 10 and the 24 here. Okay, and then the perimeter is just going to be 2 sides that are 10 and 2 sides that are 24. You could write that out as a big multiplication problem, but basically 20 plus 48, we're going to get 68 inches. Remember, inches were the units given in the problem. So this is the perimeter. And then to find the area, we're going to take the base times the height, or the length times the width. That's the way I learned it as a kid. So basically 24 times 10, which is 240. And now here's what we have to remember. This is square inches. And often we use an exponent. I mean, we might say 240 inches squared. And we put the exponent on the little words, not on the number. Okay? All right, let's talk about a real world example here. Perimeter area of a rectangle, real world example. So the pool in Bailey's backyard is 15 feet by 20 feet. That's the pool. The pool is surrounded by a deck that is 3 feet wide. Okay, so let's color in this picture just a little bit. All right, because the pool, and I put a picture on here for you, but on your homework, you're going to have to draw your own pictures. And I definitely recommend it. All right, so this is your pool in here, okay? The inner rectangle is going to be 15 by 20. So it's going to be 15 by 20. How much would it cost to build a fence around the entire deck? So now, the pool is 15 by 20, But as you can see, the deck goes around this side, this side, this side, and this side. So we have to make sure we understand the size of the outer measurement. Okay, so the deck is 3 feet wide. So if we have 3 here and 3 feet wide here, this 15-foot measurement has to have 3 feet added on each side. So this actually ends up being 21 feet across this way. And then the long way, that the pool is 20, but then again there's 3 here and there's 3 here. So again, we're adding 3 and 3 to the 20. So the actual measurement there is going to be 26 feet. Okay, so in order to put a fencing around it, right, fencing, we're going to do perimeter. All right, so we have 2 sides that are 21 and 2 sides that are 26. So you could do it this way. If you're more comfortable just doing 21 plus 26 plus 21 plus 26, that's perfectly fine as well, and that's going to be more handy if you have an irregular shape. All right, but just let's real quickly pull out my calculator and try this. Okay, so 2 times 21 plus 2 times 26, I get 94 feet total. That's my perimeter. All right, and then now I have to figure out how much would it cost to build a fence around the entire deck if fencing costs $12 per foot. So I have 94 feet. I'm going to multiply that times $12 per foot. So 94 times 12 is going to give me $1,128. All right, and I'm going to make another video you need to watch to complete the back side.